Hello, my joyous Geminis. Welcome back to my channel. As you know, I'm Sachi the Scorpio, and I'm here to deliver your guided twin flame soulmate reading as a mid-month check-in for May. Please like, comment, subscribe. The more energy you send to me, the more I can send to you. So I hope everyone is like feeling good after that full moon in Scorpio, because damn, did it come out swinging for everybody that I know. There's been so much revealed. There's been light shed in the dark, you know, things actually being shed off of our own souls. Just super, super beautiful, intense energy. I will let you know that during the cleansing ceremony, I was getting this energy. It was when I was cleansing the shadow deck. And it was, sometimes it's about learning how to forgive when someone is a piece of shit. And sometimes it's about learning your own worth and when to walk away. So let's see what the themes are for Gemini. Let's see here. Wolf instinct. So there has been some sort of instinctual reaction for you. And I think that it either has to do about forgiveness or learning of self-worth, where someone is very much acting on instinct. Might be a high intensity situation where, you know, you are programmed to act a certain way. Could be due to some sort of like childhood cycles and things like that, of the way that you know, were brought up, you know, by the pack of wolves that you were brought up in, of how to behave, and that instinct has come out. I do also feel like there could be some energy of spending time with a dog, maybe. What else? Crystals, focus. So you might be doing some crystal work. You might really be, yeah, rainbow blessings. Yes, yes, yes. You have been focusing on the blessings that are coming to you, Gemini. Like, you've been really trying, you might be actually doing crystal work, and I see rainbows, so I think that you're working with the different types of colors in terms of crystals or things like that. Very much dissecting the light, you know, rainbow. Like, if you take light and you're able to view it, like, what can humans view? Like, boom, you know what I mean? Like, this is what you're allowed to see, basically, you know what I mean? So I think that there's some understanding. You're really focusing your mental power kind of on higher planes of thought. Taurus had a similar sort of energy as well, where you're really trying to focus on yourself. And I think it is kind of understanding these inner instincts that you have of your own behavior and where it comes from and things like that. And I feel like you're having that light shed, you know, the Scorpio full moon shed light on so much shit. And it also, occult practices, you know, are those kind of coming to light is very big with the Scorpio full moon. So I do think that there is, you know, some sort of focus on that. But, you know, like rainbows, like I said, it very much is the visible spectrum of light, you know, for us, and focusing on the blessings, focusing on what you have, what you're thankful for. Oh, I love it. What else? Winter solstice, reflection. So I think that you are doing a lot of reflective work, and reflecting on, you know, things that no longer serve you. You know, this is winter solstice of what is dead, you know, what died back then. It's funny because where I am, we got a frost. So I feel like it's kind of that energy that the Scorpio full moon brought. It brought a frost. And, you know, with Taurus season, it's about what seeds did you plant. And that Scorpio full moon killed off a lot of seeds, you know. So there very much is this aspect of reflecting that kind of energy. And also it's interesting because when it's like literally focusing light, turning it into a rainbow and reflection. I like had this, I saw someone like taking a crystal and, you know, putting it on their window and catching light and playing with rainbows and stuff like that. It was very beautiful. And I feel like that could be some energy that you are, that you're doing in terms of with crystals and things like that. All right, what is going on here for our dear Geminis? We have the Hermit in reverse, Eight of Swords, and the Nine of Cups in reverse. So there's this feeling of like you not wanting to be in hermit mode, but something is keeping you stuck somewhere, you know, with the Eight of Swords. And I definitely feel that. I mean, a lot of us are in quarantine and things like that where, especially for Gemini, like, you know your season's coming up and you're just like microwaved atoms, you know, like start, like you're already vibrating like I am so fucking ready for my season, for my birthday, for the like I hear you. And like I feel like you are just absolutely done with this hermit mode and you are done feeling stuck to Davy Jones' locker. Like this is like an eternity sort of thing. Like you are done with that energy. But I feel like in terms of this instinct, you know, and what you are, you know, programmed to do and how to behave and where that comes from, like, there's this energy of like, you are no longer, you don't want to be enslaved to that anymore is what I'm getting. Yeah. You don't want to hide from that, you know, like you are understanding your roots. You are understanding how, you know, where your instincts come from and how you can focus your energy, and you're focusing on reflecting of, you know, yourself and focusing on your blessings. It's beautiful. And, you know, it's very much of like, I am not tied down to this sort of pattern is what I'm hearing. And with the Nine of Cups in reverse, like, this might be that you are having some difficulty seeing things from, like, I was going to say higher perspective, but it's not necessarily that way. I mean, it is, but it's in terms of emotionality. It's in terms of, like coming to peace with something. So I think you're on that journey, but right now you're doing sort of like the reflection work rather than being totally above it right now is what I'm getting, but you will get there. Like the Nine of Cups in this is, you know, it's like the story of the kid who has the matches and he burns them in the winter so that he can keep himself warm. And then, you know, obviously there's only an X amount of matches, and, you know, each time he lit the match, he was whisked away into this beautiful dream world, you know, and then finally, when there was no more matches, the woman from his dream world came and took him, you know, on the adventure forever, which, you know, symbolizes him dying. So, you know, there definitely is some energy where it's like you're not just going to go for this little flame that keeps, you know, blowing out in the wind. Very much, you know, that energy of the cold. Like you don't want things that are just, you know, matches that are lit and keep going out, lit and keep going out. Like that's not what you want, and you understand why you are inclined to that behavior and why it's an instinct to have that. And especially with Geminis, like we know that you're always, you know, back and forth. That's part of the beauty of you, is that you really can have two opinions that contradict each other, but believe them both at the same time. It's a very unique mental quality and ability, and I appreciate that in Geminis. And like I feel like you've really come to a conclusion of like, I don't want these little flames, like me want big flame is what I heard. All right, what's the light aspect of this? Yeah, double dragon energy. So soulmate twin flame. It very much is because of a soulmate twin flame relationship that you're in that has brought you to this realization. What's the shadow here? Victini using me first. So I feel like there could be some sort of aspect of selfishness that has gone on that has brought you to this conclusion. You know, me first is very much thinking of yourself first. Like, I'm going to eat first. I'm going to do this. I'm me. So I definitely feel like it has, you know, it has that energy. It's also associated with the root chakra. So again, could be literally about food. Maybe there could have been a discrepancy about who ate something first. But, you know, it very much is like the aspect of safety as well, of maybe putting your safety above the safety of another. And also because it's the root chakra, it can be sexual. So there could have been some sort of discrepancy about like who came first. Like, I'll be real with you, Gemini, you know. All right, let's see. Tell us about this focus and the crystals. So this one's so whoa, okay. Lots of things want to come out. So this wants to come out stuck, and it's the stars. Yeah. So there is some sort of like, it's like you're, how do I put this? You know, with the star card, it very much is that, you know, divine alignment, divine timing, like when is it going to happen? You know what I mean? And here we have the full moon, that full moon in Scorpio, man. There was something like things are lining up, but they're stuck right now is what I'm getting. And I feel like your focus is very much going to be centered on like when something is going to be aligning for you. I think that you are surrendering to like sort of divine timing and like understanding like it's all written in the stars, like that sort of higher plane of thinking. It's interesting. Taurus had this as well. But, you know, with the Ace of Swords and the Three of Cups, this is very much like, you know, these are completely separate. Whoa, my voice just did something very strange too. You know, like the Ace of Swords, this is a conversation where it's just like all riled up. As you can see, it's like everything's, you know, swirling in the air. There's like a spell sort of thing, you know, bippity boppity boo, let's move everything along. But like things are just chaotic, you know, it looks very hurricane-like where it's like, you know, just a lot. But Ace of Swords, it can be that it's like one person like by themselves, you know what I mean? Like this is like technically it's there is two people here because someone cast this spell which makes her, you know, scared about why all this shit is flying around, but technically there's only one person there. So this could be some sort of mental turmoil, and I think that is very much like what has caused you to have some sort of focus on this, is that like things just aren't necessarily aligning. You know that they will one day, but like right now you're stuck in something else because like you know that you need to focus your mental, you know, your swords, your communication. You know that you need to work on that energy because like right now your mind is just super chaotic. And I think that a way that you are going to be doing it is the Three of Cups, which is about emotionally investing in something that is external, like not just about like you and your soulmate twin flame. It's very much putting it into a third party situation if you have another person who needs some of your cups, or it could be channeling it into something external like music and putting it into a creative project. So I feel some energy with that. That you might be working on that. Let's see, what is the light aspect here? Carablast using takedown. So it's like your heart has been taken down somehow, or you took someone's heart down, where, you know, Carablast can be like, as you can see from his face, like, ah, you know, like, and just likes to take down hearts. This is associated with the heart chakra. This can also be associated with sort of the relationship with nature, where maybe like someone like got upset about like a plant that died or something like that. It's really interesting. But something that has to do with nature, where something was taken down and being a little bit upset about that. Interesting. It says, these mysterious Pokemon evolve when they receive electrical stimulation while they are in the same place as Shelmet. So, you know, Shelmet is another Pokemon, and I very much associate it with twin flame soulmate, of course, where like you guys have come together to cause some sort of evolution. You know, like you have both received some sort of electrical stimulation from each other that causes your evolution. But you're very much different from each other is what I'm getting. Because it's like a completely different Pokemon, but like it very much is that it was destined to come together so that you could cause some sort of, yeah, evolution. What's the shadow aspect of this? Clefairy using pound. So I feel like someone hurt, yeah, someone hurt someone. Someone took someone down. And, you know, with the pound energy, it's, you know, like pounding with fairy type, you know, the fae folk one-on-one relationships can be some like shifty energy as well. But yeah, someone hurt somebody else in this relationship. And, you know, we have the full moon right here again, like full moon Scorpio peeking out again. It says, it is said that happiness will come to those who see gatherings of Clefairy dancing under a full moon. So this definitely could have been something that happened around the full moon. you know, depending on when you're watching this, but the Scorpio full moon was on May 7th, but we're still feeling the effects of it. Yes, we are. And yeah, it says that happiness will come to those who da-da-da. So I really think that there might have been some energy of like, I'll be happy if this. What's going on with this rainbow? Justice in reverse and the Fool in reverse. So there was something that was unjust that happened, and it caused someone to not want to take some sort of risk and go down some sort of road. And this is a blessing. You need to know that this is a blessing. But like it's like the justice hasn't been served in this situation yet, but it's about not starting something new. Interesting. Tell us about the light aspect of this. Whoa. Caterpie, adaptive evolution. So again, we have this thing about evolution. So this is very much the heart chakra energy, you know, that we just had this energy. And adaptive evolution is about how like the heart chakra, its evolution is based on the adaptation of, you know, the environment around it. It's very much before it goes into a pupate state. So I feel like you might be on the beginning part of some sort of rebirth when it comes to your heart and how that is. Because like the way that it has adapted, like the way that it's evolved, like you guys have come together to cause a heart rebirth in each other. It's beautiful. It says, for protection, it releases a horrible stench from the antennae on its head to drive away enemies. So I feel very much that you have repelled someone from you, and it's because you both are releasing all of this toxicity within your heart chakras. And it's like that it's protecting you both. It's protecting you both. Like that stench in the heart chakra is protection from each other. Like you came together to evolve and now you're repelling. Whoa. Cool. Good for you, Gemini. This is beautiful. Like your heart is evolving. It might hurt though. I know mine is, so like I get you. I feel this energy too. What's the shadow energy here? Oop. Executor using seed bomb. So there is definitely still a heart chakra entanglement, and you do still really love them. And also a seed bomb I always take as an association of like, I'll be real, like, you know, dropping some seed on it. So I feel like there could be some sexual tie here where you really love the sexual fulfillment that you can get from them, and maybe to the point of wanting to drop some seeds. It is Taurus season, you know, which can be having children. So you might really want to have children with this person, or, you know, or at least be doing some cream pie or whatever, you know what I mean? So, but this is, you know, Executor, he causes up quite a stir. He causes quite a stir of the environment around him. Like, look, he's just kind of being mean to the birds, like shaking them off, like kicking them around. So this can be kind of like a ruthless energy towards the heart chakra, which we, already said. It says, it is called the walking jungle. If a head grows too big, it falls off and becomes an execute. So it's very much about shedding. Like, you know, it does talk about the walking jungle. So, you know, if its head grows too big. So I feel like there was some sort of ego issue where someone's head got too big, and, you know, now it has fallen off. And it's ready to be rebirthed as Execute. And Execute is a seed Pokemon. So you're definitely rebirthing. This is beautiful, Gemini. Good. It would take a Scorpio full moon, wouldn't it? All right, let's see. What's the winter solstice about? This reflection. What reflection is going on? Oh, Geminis, to look at your own reflection is quite the thing, isn't it? The Empress in reverse. So, yeah. Okay. All right. So as I was talking about that, you know, mental ability that Geminis have to truly have contradicting feelings and believe in them both, it's beautiful. It's beautiful. Not many people can understand and appreciate that about Gemini, but I do. And like, sometimes when we look at ourselves, we don't always like what we see. You know what I mean? And we can't always be this empress to ourselves of like, it's just, I feel you. I know that you don't always like what you see. It's like, there might be some aspect of, because we have that Nine of Cups energy in reverse, and I feel that very much here. But like with the Empress in reverse, I feel like it's like not a non-mothering force. Like you aren't able to mother yourself, or you're not able to feel that kind of like motherly warmth about this. You know what I mean? Because like upright, it's like, you know, she's going to mom and explaining, and mom's going to be like, you made a mistake, but it's okay, blah blah blah. You know what I mean? And like, but this reflection, you're really having a hard time mothering yourself about this. But hey, don't. This is a beautiful change of whatever it is. And I know that there's some heartbreak, but like, it's a beautiful change. Try to give yourself as much divine feminine care, you know, that you can. You know, play the mom to yourself is what I'm hearing. What's the light aspect of this? Trainer, Pokemon catcher, Zorua using Nasty Plot, and Pikachu using Nuzzle. So there is someone else here, not your soulmate twin flame, that really needs your attention. Like with the Pokemon catcher, it's very much this ultrasonic energy of someone trying to catch you. And, you know, the trainer with the Pokemon catcher, this is somebody else. So I feel like someone is trying to lure you in. And with Zorua, it's a Nasty Plot. This is some sort of dark type energy. So I feel like there was there's some dark, like plotting, playful, like trying to set you up, sort of. It's really weird and interesting. It says, it changes so it looks just like its foe, tricks it, and then uses the opportunity to flee. So I don't know if there is another person who's really trying to bring you in, who like likes to play tricks. I feel like I'm hearing ding dong ditch and things like that, like where they'll come and do some sort of nasty little trick and then run away and then, you know, do it again. But also we have Nuzzle here. So I feel like this person likes to cuddle, you know, super cute energy. It says it raises its tail to check its surroundings. The tail is sometimes struck by lightning in that pose. So I do feel, you know, like whenever this card comes up, when it talks about being electrocuted, you know, in the butt, I do get some sort of, you know, maybe like anal energy or like spanking and stuff like that. So there could be someone who like likes to just play around with you and cuddle and likes to get spanked sort of shit. But there's someone who definitely has some like trickster cutie energy in your space that really wants your attention here. And it's like, it's a reflection of you. Whoa. What's the shadow here? Whoa. What's the shadow here? Whoa. Maywile coming out kind of in reverse, but kind of stuck, but using carnivorous chomp. So, you know, Maywile, this is steel energy, so very much that you have to protect your emotions. So I feel like there was some sort of very protective, you know, like carnivorous chomp, like someone really was hungry for something and really, yeah, did you hear that horn? Like, whoop, like really made some noise with a big mouth and things like that, and took a carnivorous chomp out of something, you know, and that very much needs, you know, steel type is about protecting the water energy, creating some sort of barrier, some fortitude. It says, attached to its head is a huge set of jaws formed by horns. It can chew through iron beams. So it very much has to do with, you know, the mouth being able to chew through iron beams. I feel like there could have been some you know, like the whole mouth thing, it's like whoever this other person is, it's playing out the same sort of cycle, it seems, of maybe this this heart takedown. So interesting, Gemini, interesting. All right, let's see. And also, I feel the need to say this because, like, Meiwile is, you know, the Pokemon that's based on the Japanese myth of, like, the woman who was the perfect wife. And, like, the man loved her because she, you know, was always so, like, modest, and you never saw her eating. And you know, she was the perfect wife because she was like, you never saw her eating or anything like that. But she was actually some sort of like evil creature. Well, not evil creature. She was just a creature. And she had a mouth on the back of her head that was consistently consuming all this stuff. And I think it might have eaten the guy at the end. I'm not really sure. But anyway, you know, that's very much a Gemini of having like a mouth on the other side of your head. Like, I understand and appreciate that about you, and some people cannot. Like, and that's just the way it is, you know? And so I definitely feel like there was some sort of aspect of, like, you know, playing the proper husband or proper wife or something like that, okay? That wanted to come out, but I held it in for a while. I don't know why. All right, so what does Gemini need to hear about love? Okay. Where there is love, there is life. So I honestly think that there could be some sort of situation regarding children involved here. And could be, you know, like that's the attention that you need to put the love is into children, or, you know, a child might manifest from this relationship. We did have some energy of like planting seeds, you know what I mean? But there was an injustice where like the Fool's in reverse, it's not going to take on that road because you are focusing on some other things, and there's very much this heart chakra evolution that you guys are going through about cleansing that sort of energy. And I feel like, you know, if this starts again, you know, from a different place, you guys might be creating a child together, or maybe you already have a child together. And that is what needs to be, you know, focused on. And that's how you can understand like the transmutation of love, of like, yeah, like we changed our love into this child, you know, and that's where the love needs to be going. You know, it's like not that you guys have to continue to share love between each other, but you can use, like, you can both give love to this child. It says, once you see into someone's soul, you're connected forever. So I think that you guys very much did see into each other's soul, into the depths of each other's soul, like Scorpio Full Moon shit, you know? Like you saw into their soul and you are connected forever. So this is a soulmate. Like, even if you guys don't continue forward, as I will always say, you have the freedom to continue or not with any relationship. But, you know, whether you continue or not, you do understand and realize that like you are going to be connected to forever with this person, and that you know that it's a blessing, and you know it's a blessing whether you move forward with them or not. All right, what should be focused on healing for my dear Geminis? Whoa. That one of them fell on the floor. So we have transient and soulmate. Yeah, I feel like this is very much about, you know, going within and recognizing all of this, you know, how this is like above the brain. Like this is like transient. Like you need to transcend the notions of what this was or what this may have been. You know, like you just caused this entire heart chakra renewal of cleansing some energy. As you can see, like we have the third eye and the heart chakra very much being focused on, and like under the full moon, I think you finally have understood the concept of what a soulmate is and what they can do for your soul and how it can help birth that. And I think that you're definitely seeing it from this higher perspective. Divine guidance. Yeah, you are being divinely guided with this. Like for you two to come together for what happened. And now it's at a point of like you you know, if it, like, you're in reflection mode, and you have something else going on here, but you very much are being divinely guided to this person, and so there is a separation, whether there is a return or not. Wow, Gemini, that was absolutely beautiful. So I hope that you got what you needed. Again, please like, comment, subscribe. The more energy you send to me, the more I can send back to you. And if you're interested in a private reading, please email me at sachithescorpio@gmail.com. You can also message me on Instagram at sachithescorpio. So I hope that you have a great rest of May, and I will see you for your next reading. I love you very much. Mwah.